Yeah, I can't wait either. And again, I'm cheering for KP here. I gotta get that EU life out. You know, yeah, they've got a traitor, but it's still an EU team. It's still an EU team. So we're going into it now. We got first match of round 2. Splat Zones, Humpback Pump Track, KP versus Demise.
All right, let's do it. And no matter what, even though I'm rooting for NA, I absolutely love watching Kraken Paradise play. So when yesterday we were talking about, oh, who's going to be, what's our schedule here? No, I wasn't biased at all in choosing who I wanted to see.
you knew. Regardless, we got one down for Demise currently, and the KP are gonna take that zone. It's been kind of dominant already. Just members dropping like flies on the side of Demise, and KP are just keeping up that hold. We already had a bomb rush coming out from Demise, but it didn't really accomplish much except for resetting that counter. So KP a dominant hold already down to 60.
Yeah, it seems like it. They're really doing everything they can right now to make sure that they're holding onto this zone. I think it's good to start with zones each time. This map, though, is definitely something that can be desired because it's so tight and close. You need to be ready to do whatever you can to push in. I am a little like, I wish I could have seen Pio on that blaster because I feel like the chip damage would have been nice to use over some of these rises on this map. So I'm excited to see what Kraken Paradise is going to be able to do instead.
Yeah, well, it's been attempt after attempt at the moment for Demise. Every time they've tried to come in, they've just been completely halted, and every opportunity to take that zone is stopped. They got it for 2 seconds earlier, and that was it. KP just holding it tight at the moment and not giving them an opportunity to get in. We're seeing here the backline just doing a great job at controlling space and stopping anybody from getting in, and it's just down further and further. We're at 20 seconds now, and there is 3 members down for the side of Kraken Paradise. It's just Kiver on the zone by himself holding it right now. It's him and Tension. He's just watching it drop down.
Oh my god.
He's all alone. He babied that zone into the final seconds there all by himself, and there was nothing Tension could do as that counter hit 0. Insane.
Wow. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Kiver, like, yeah, I mean, you don't...
That was brilliant.
I'm speechless.
Such a low scoring game too. It just trickled down and down, and I must say Demise just didn't really put up much of a fight. They kind of like after that initial fight they just kind of trickled in 2 by 2, you know, loading up onto that KP kill score, you know, making bumping that KD, and that first game just seemed so convincing. It's the first game though. It's just one.
Mm-hmm. And
we'll see. And its zones, yeah. It's momentum based, very momentum based.
Absolutely. So you might just have that moment where you're like, hey, I'm just not comfortable here. I wasn't feeling it. This is, you know, the first game up against like my, for all intents and purposes, rivals. And, you know, you're doing what you can to make sure that you feel pretty good about it. So I think we're going to have a very different game too. At the very least, something a little more evenly matched.
I hope we have a more evenly matched game too, 100%. These teams are close in skill. That game didn't show it. They are close in skill. Demise is an incredibly strong team. KP also an incredibly strong team. So we'll see how that plays out for both teams going forward. We are going to be on Clan Blitz on Starfish main stage. So opinions?
I wish it weren't clams on this map. Is that
really?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this can be kind of an easy to control clam blitz map, and I think that it's also kind of tough to see, you know, where they're at with it. I feel like you can rush in pretty quickly, but you can also defend very quickly. So I don't know. I would have picked a different clams map if it were up to me.
Yeah, I would disagree. I like Clan Blitz on Starfish. I think that the little fight box that they have right by the clan basket does a lot for the team. It does a lot for the way that the game is played, because specifically on that map, it's basically just like a really high area around a really low area, and if you're gonna push into that clan basket, you've got to hope and pray that you have taken down enough members and you've set up an eligible barrier around the enemy team.
Yeah, it seems like it, and you have to be very, very, very careful with everything that you're doing. So I'm really excited to see what happens. Oh my gosh. And for that, during that game, during that break there, we did have Crepe donated $100, 75 for NA, 25 for EU. Thank you so much, Crepe, for your very generous donation of $100. Really, really appreciate that. I know the teams appreciate it too. And especially, I appreciate you personally because you did it right before Clam's game. Oh yeah.
Thank you very much for the donation. Now, I'm going to settle with you for a bit. What the hell is that? A heavy deco on Kraken Paradise?
It's Kaji.
Interesting choice. I feel the amount of times I've said and made fun of heavy deco is just too high. It's just not that good, but I can see the mentality behind it. You're going to be throwing those bubbles into that really tight area, and you want to capitalize on that. It doesn't matter, however. Demise already starting off with a very strong push, breaking that basket and throwing those clowns in, getting the numbers down already. That's a good opening for Demise. They're telling KP they're not here to play. They're not here to get rolled. So hopefully that's a sentiment that's going to tell us that it's going to be a lot closer going forward.
I agree with you. I honestly, anytime I get to watch Kaji play is a beautiful, beautiful time. But I think also this is kind of a comfort pick. You know, it's something that, like you said, they know she can put those bubbles exactly where she wants them. Unfortunately, they don't quite save her there from zero. Bran is down in this pit too, has a couple of loose clams. Oh my gosh, there's a power clam coming in. Gonna get some of these loose ones in. That is the second break for Kraken Paradise, and they are still going all the way into the high 20s here. Whoa.
Wow, all the way down to 20 clams remaining that quickly, and KP struggling here to keep up with the pace that Demise are setting. Just managing to keep the basket alive for just a couple more seconds to get it down to 17, but it's going to close up. That's a huge push coming out from Demise that's just going to put so much pressure on the side of KP to just come out and perform right now. It's a stark contrast to how they were playing before. Kills are trading back and forward, but KP's still struggling to get that mid-control. Kiva here pushing in way too hard and getting punished for it by tension. But doesn't matter, because Gray comes in, takes out 2, and hopefully opens it up for KP to get their own push going.
Certainly looks like they are working on it. Heel up in the front there. Gray has a power clam. There's a power clam towards the back. That looks like they're going for the jump. Gray gets his in, which is helpful. The other one can't quite. Oh, does Kiver make it?
Yeah,
he did. Okay.
That's it. Just gets it. Just gets it. That's what I see.
Oh, man.
That's a good counter push. It's a good start to a counter push. They made it down lower on their first climb than Demise did, so a bit of a statement that we can do better. You can do what you do as well. Don't test us. And KP showing that they're still in this game. However, Demise pushing back into that mid. They're losing members, but they're keeping the pressure up. Zero here trying to hold down all by himself. Does get taken out, but takes Kiva with him as he goes down. KP holding mid for just a little bit longer. DJ gets a trade with Kyo, and it's again back to a back and forth. That's where we are. That's how it goes.
That is how it goes. 3 down on the side of KP right now is going to force Kaji to jump back to safe zone here and allow for Demise to take a little bit more of mid and begin to push forward. They have the clams advantage too. They have 2 power clams right now and almost 3. So it will, there we go. That third power clam is up. So they are all lit up across this map with the baller in position. Bran is right under that basket, waiting for those jumps to come in. 1, 2, 3 jumps in. I don't know. Oh, they did. Okay, they got 1 in. They're not going to be able to get the other. They only need 4 clams, but they won't be able to do it this push.
No. 4 clams was all they needed, but now it's a bit more than 4 clams. Zero's still in the mid with that power clam. KP having to push back in. He does get taken down, and Kyo is trying to doing a really good job here at trying to take the mid back for KP. He's pushing the members of Demise back and opening it up for his team. Maybe that picked up a good idea, taking an NA member, thinking like an NA member. Kraken Paradise given an opportunity again to push back in.
And they have 2 power clams over there. That Booyah coming out. Keo gets a beautiful pick. That's going to be helpful. They get it down to 35. very, very good. I see Kaji set up on that top ledge, probably to try and wait for that Clams clutch to pop up. Not going to be able to do it before the basket goes back. Building another one off to the side while not... Oh, she can't quite get away from that bomb.
That was a couple more bombs than were possible to get away from here, which gives Demise just another opportunity to get back into the mid. Hotly contested at the moment, but it's looking like clan totals are piling up. Demise is mounting maybe for a final push to try and take this. 20 seconds left on the clock, so it's do or die for Kraken Paradise if they want to push in.
It certainly is. They don't have a lot of time, but they will get overtime at least, so maybe we'll see something similar to what they did last round with that overtime. The Clam goes down, one person up. It's just Gray, not going to be able to pick up that power clam before it despawns. That will take the overtime, and of course, Demise breaks that basket, not even giving them a shot.
Unfortunate they're coming through as Demise gonna make this an even game, 1-1 at the moment. So bringing it back after such an unfortunately one-sided game in that Splat Zones. Clamblitz obviously a bit more team-based, I think. I would argue, and I would say that Demise, they've played with each other a lot. They are a diligent team that's been around for a long time. Even though KP have as well, they don't have as much experience playing with Kyo. So I think the advantage comes there with the fact that Demise have been practicing as a team and maybe practicing more team-based mode, so they have a bit more cohesion when it comes to organized pushes.
It seems like it. I think that at this point, it's nice so far that we've been able to see a back and forth for which team has the choice of what they want to counterpick, and I'm really interested to see what's going to happen next, where Kraken Paradise is going to go with this. Oh, all right. Okay.
Oh, this is a comfort pick. Yeah. I know exactly the idea behind this. This is, let's put a Splatling on the top mid. Oh boy, this isn't going to look very good for Demise. You know what I mean when I say this? You put that Splatling on the top mid, you can't do anything else. Tension is going to be under a lot of pressure here. So I would slate this for Kraken Paradise.
Would you say Tension is going to be under a lot of tension?
Oh my god, no!
Sorry, I had to. You said pressure, and I thought tension.
I was avoiding it.
I'm so bad at puns. I'm sorry. That was an easy one. It was handed to me, so okay. I had to take it because I can't pun anything ever. So at this point,
I'll give you that. But TC Manta, 100% a comfort pick for Kraken Paradise. They're running here for a very good reason. They know exactly the sort of pressure they can bring on a map like this, and I think we're going to see it come to fruition.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait to see this. Anytime you get to see Kaji on this map is a beautiful, beautiful time. I'm so excited. I'm like shaking. I can't sit still in my chair.
Well, we're saying it as well. Tension is trying to match Kaji with the Splatling. I don't know how that's going to work out for him, but he knows exactly that what this map is for Splatlings. It's so strong, and I think Demise entirely know that, and they're going to try and focus down Kaji and get her off of that top mid, even though she's already there. She's already taken down a member of the team.
Oh man, that was really fast. They're so evenly planned out, matched for what their comps are running here. I don't really see that either team has an advantage in terms of that, but oh my gosh, a beautiful shot by DJ. Does get punished though over there before the jump out comes in. There is 2 players in mid right now, as it takes a little bit of time for Kraken Paradise to respawn, get back in. They're going to try to stop this tower push before they get that checkpoint, though, which is very, very smart. If they can allow the tower to go backwards. No, the checkpoint's still going.
Did they leave it? No, it's good. We're good. We're good at the moment.
Okay.
We're good. KP gonna stop that push from Demise and open it up. You're gonna see Kaji reset to that top mid. Scary position, not good for Demise there, and KP are going to mount their own offensive here, hopefully getting that first checkpoint and getting a push started. Can't sit on my seat either. I'm not gonna lie, it's a good match at the moment. KP on the aggression right now, doing a really good job of holding that corridor. Zero goes down as well. It's a 3v3 situation. KP looking to maybe take this a little bit further. Special's just coming out. Oh, great. What?
Oh, okay. I was waiting for it. I'm like, is Greg going to survive that? That was a very scary moment, and I would be a little terrified. Even still, the pressure coming out from Kyo does get taken out, which is going to allow Kraken Paradise to move a little far forward, but it's just a bloodbath over here. We have Kiver watching everywhere from top of that tower, Kaji pushing up, trying to make sure that she can get as many picks as possible for the rest of her team to push forward. There's no relentlessness coming out from either team here, Dragonudo. I am loving this.
Tension taking that duel against Kaji, that's great for his team. Getting her off the top mid is going to allow them to push back in, unless Kyo and Kiva go off and absolutely demolish him and Zero, opening it up again for KP and extending their push, hopefully getting past the second checkpoint, a very crucial one, pulling out that Inkjet, looking for a pick or two, doesn't manage to get it, gets taken down mid-flight, and that's going to be a reset for Demise.
Wow, really nice play from Demise there. I was worried because, as you said, Kiver was popping off. They are just working so well as a team, Kraken Paradise, right now. They're doing everything they can to try to make sure they're very comfortable in their strategies here. And I think Demise has to take a little extra time to make sure they're paying attention. Where is everyone? Who do we know that's positioned where? What are we going to make sure that we can take someone out? And that's really where their focus is at, and it's sort of distracting them from pushing objective as much as they should be.
Yeah, we say that as they are beginning to start a push. Brown doing a very good job of denying Kyo and Kaji at the start of that. And KP are going to have to fight tooth and nail here to keep that lead. Tension sitting on that tower. Does get taken down, but he does get the lead before then. Demise is going to have to reset here. 3 of their members are down, and KP have got a little bit of a paint progress to go through here and get everything back. Bring up those specials and take that lead back.
I think this is the hardest mode to take a lead back as quickly because you have to actually wait for the tower. Splat zones, you also have to wait, but it's not as slow as that tower moving back to mid. Finally, we are getting closer to that checkpoint, but this alleyway is so hard to defend and to push through, or easy to defend and hard to push through. And
huge pick from Kyo. Huge pick. It was massive for his team. He's come behind the rest of Demise and he's picked up the kills that he needed to pick up. He's opened it up for them and they're going to be able to... They completely forget about the tower. Still hungry. But they're going to be able to get that checkpoint and push it forward just a little bit. The rest of his team is down, but Gray just sat here trying to get it further in. He's trying to get some progress on that final checkpoint, get some jump-ins, but that's not going to pan out for them and it's not going to get them as far as they wanted. So that's going to be a reset for Demise and another attempt at a push, hopefully, for them.
Oh my gosh, this game has me, like, picking apart every single thing I can't. I'm fidgety. And this is exactly why. 4 specials up right now on Demise. The missiles go off. They are going to hold on to these as long as they possibly can. That armor is going to wait for the perfect second to come out. We're going to get that booyah. I am so excited. We get 2 of them come out. Give her right sharking around here. The booyah has to push him back, which is going to be tough. But if he can, okay, they are able to take 1 member out. 2 members out. Okay.
It's super scrappy right now, but KP do manage to take it. That was a really scrappy fight. I was kind of trying to keep up the whole time. I was like, wait, what's happening? 2 members over here. Let's split. But KP picking up those kills where they needed to and shutting down that push attempt from Demise and bringing this to a 2-1 situation on their own map pick. But closer than you would have thought it would be for KP, especially given their penchant for that map.
Absolutely. I think that Demise, a couple of people in chat earlier when Demise took that second game were saying that they were angry. And I completely agree. I think Demise is hungry and it's really showing. You know, they're not going to take this sitting down. They're not going to let everything kind of go in slow. Who is Soup Time? What?
Soup Time. I don't know, but it's Soup Time.
It's tea time for me because I have tea over here and
tea time. It's not time for your final meal of the day. That's the wrong.
Is that what tea time is actually?
Tea time is dinner.
Oh.
No, wait, no. So breakfast, dinner, tea time.
Oh.
No?
Okay.
Like breakfast, lunch, tea time. Is that like a British thing? Did I not?
Yeah.
Wait.
I think so. Usually for me, tea is like a middle of the day type thing, like a 3 or 4 o'clock, you're about to fall asleep. And kind of, if you look at it, this is the 3 or 4 o'clock match. We're going into our dinner time match, if you will. Clamblitz on the reef. And a quick note from our TOs over here. We are only $124 away from our donation matching cap. What does that mean? If we get another $124 donation to either side, that will make it so we are absolutely $1,000 total going into that main prize pool. So That's pretty huge. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty big. That's nice to hear. We're gonna get some.
Oh.
Great DC'd. That's a story we've heard too many times.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
On.
Okay, so we're hearing there's an intentional DC because of Soup Time joining the lobby. So that's not going to be the case. They're not allowed. So we're just going to restart that one and set that one up.
Yeah, I think that was pretty good though, because we don't necessarily know who Soup Time is, and I mean, yeah, it's a delicious time of day, especially in the winter, but not for us today.
Favorite soup?
Favorite soup? Ramen. Does that count?
I don't know.
Does pho count? If ramen doesn't count, does pho count? I don't know.
I don't actually know. I was thinking more like Heinz tomato soup.
Ew.
I love tomato soup. Yes, I love tomato soup. Oh my god, I'm if you're gonna say ramen counts, wouldn't macaroni cheese count? Because
ew.
Isn't that it's kind of like a soup, isn't it?
No.
No, because you got the pasta and then the cheese sauce. yeah. Macaroni cheese is a soup.
No. No.
I'm concerned. Mac and cheese is. I'm looking at the chat. They're all like, "Shut up! Mac and cheese isn't a soup." Mac and cheese is a soup. That's my controversial opinion. But,
if I could bring mac and cheese over from New York to you when I come to Breeze, I would, but it would definitely not be a soup. It would be a congealed cheese dish. And
well, you just put it in the microwave.
And that makes my heart hurt.
Well, you don't microwave your mac and cheese?
I mean, if it's leftover, sure, but the best mac and cheese comes out of the oven where the cheese is bubbly, the crumb topping is nice and crispy.
Crumb topping?
Oh, baked mac and cheese is the best way to have mac and cheese.
Is that what you... It's like when the cheese is kind of burnt on the top and it forms like a layer? Like that sort of that layer on the top? You can have
that. Yeah, that layer, but you can also put breadcrumbs on top of it and bake it in the oven. So then those are a crispy, cheesy layer on top that you dig in your spoon, and now the rest is soft and lovely on the bottom. Oh, man.
That's a good thing.
All right, now I'm hungry, and I know that our teams are hungry here. Clamblitz on the Reef. I love that this has been the counter pick that we've seen from Demise both times they picked clams. Hey, Demise, are you catering to the casters over here? Is this your plan? Because it's working.
It's working. That's what's going to happen. Clamblitz the Reef. The Reef, interesting map. It's huge. That bridge is the most key central. Every time we talk about, I swear to God, every time I cast, I talk about this bridge like it is descended from the gods, because it's so important, regardless of the mode you're playing. If you have that bridge, you win the game. I'm 100% on that. You can test me any day, and it's gonna be a huge fight. We're gonna see it throughout, and it's gonna be who can control that bridge the most. Regardless, we are gonna go into the game. We didn't talk about comps, we didn't talk about teams, but we talked about soup and a bridge. But
hey, listen, I think if anyone knows about soup, it is those of you living in the UK, or a bridge. Sorry, a bridge is those of you living in the UK, because that's where the famous London Bridge song comes from. And that's all I have. So let's go. All right. I'm excited for these comps. I think Kaji back on that heavy. I don't know if I would have gone with that, but the double L3, we have 3 L3s on the field right now. 3.
Yeah, we see L3 way too much now. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I think it's a great weapon, but it's very, very pervasive in the meta at the moment. And we'll see how that plays out for them. That's double baller and bubbles. Double baller bubbles armor, so that's a lot of defense. They're relying on the specials a lot, I think, for those pushes. And at the moment, it's kind of working out for them with the comp, because Demise are being pushed back and Kyo is just getting picks. The bridge control is currently in the way of KP, so it's that the match is swinging towards their direction.
That control is crucial, and I think so far they have been doing what they can, but it's going to swap very quickly as Demise now has control over it. Tension has a power clam pushing through. That Booyah comes out to try to help him, but unfortunately, Kiver ready to answer it and try and take this bridge back. DJ, is that DJ right under the basket?
Yeah, he's unable to jump. Is it going to go in? Oh, yeah, he gets it. He doesn't hit the
Oh,
lid.
nice. Nice. And DJ's still off to there, using those loose clams to get up to 65. Man, I think Demise has been practicing their clam game.
They knew that they definitely took it back here for a very solid reason. They knew that they were stronger than KP on Clam Blitz. They want that 2-2. They want it to be a tie here, and we'll see how that plays out. We'll see how that plays out for them.
You were thinking the same thing. You're talking, and then you see the clam miss, and you're like, what?
yeah, that's exactly where it was going. It's just because my cat was making a really loud noise, but we'll ignore that.
I think right now, because she wants some soup.
She wants some mac and cheese, the best soup.
Oh, God. Anyway, DJ has 9 clams, which is exactly what you want to see. There is a power clam, 2 power clams on the side of Demise, 1 on Kraken Paradise. Haji does have that, is waiting over here on the safe side.
Are they both mounting the fence?
I think so. They're coming up from behind. The bubble's coming in. I love that push. I love that side push. And this space that Kaji and Gray are at right now, perfect place to hide in those bubbles as well. Make sure that you can get some of those clams into the basket from behind the truck. Spamming the this ways, trying to get another jump in. If they can get 2 more clams in. 1, yes, they got the lead.
That was massive because Demise thought they were going to get to the basket first. You could see them on the map. They split off, and it just left it in a situation where KP had all 4 members on Demise's side of the map. They're going to be able to get even more clams in, so that basket number is going to go deeper and deeper. Kaji has a couple more to add to that total, and we're down to 11. Gray has enough clams to finish this off. He gets the 2 in, 1, 2, and that's it.
Oh,
huge.
Man.
Wow, that was massive.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Kraken Paradise, I am so in love right now. This was a fantastic set to watch. I loved it. I loved every second of it. The back and forth, really the hungriness from both teams, everybody coming in, ready to do everything they can to show that they are on top. And honestly, we couldn't have had a better set to 2 sets to kick off the day today. And I think this is just a taste of what's to come.
Oh yeah.
Man,